opening hour of the Minnesota Organic Show here in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I came across an expert in soybean production, Dave Kee. You're with the Minnesota Soybean Association.
Yes, sir.
Wanted to ask you a little bit about root nodules and soybean production, and you seem to be the guy that's in the know.
Well, I've had a little bit of expertise deployed for me on the subject. About 30 years with them. Basically, when you're talking about nodulization, you're talking about rhizobium establishment and effectiveness in the plant.
Yep.
Specifically for that, because there's other reasons for nodules on the plant.
Yep.
But for the rhizobium, a nice, healthy environment. You need to look at that nodule and say, that's the house that rhizobium lives in.
Okay.
The plant gives rhizobium energy products, some of the non-structural carbohydrates, rhizotine. The rhizobium takes nitrogen out of the air, utilizes it, and then converts it to ammonium, which is NH4, which is a form that is available to the plant.
Okay.
So it's a nice little symbiotic relationship.
Right.
The more of those little houses you've got, the better the plant yields typically.
So the more houses, the better.
Not only the more, but the better the house.
Right.
It's kind of like it is with folks. You got them all in the sod huts. They get to be real tough and scrawny little folks.
Okay.
You get them a nice log house and they do better.
And ultimately, that's going to lead to more yield. More yield. Okay.
Now, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Or you got to ask yourself, what's going on? Do I have that plant in the right environment?
Yeah.
I'm from a little south of here, where it's kind of got some red soil, heavy clays, very acidic. It kills the roots and the nodules.
Right.
Bacteria doesn't survive. So in that case, they won't do anything. But when you inoculate your seed, you need to do a good job of it.
Right, at planting.
At planting.
Yeah.
Now this is not when you're planting alfalfa and then when you're planting soybeans. Soybeans you plant every year, alfalfa you plant once every 5 to 10 years.
Right.
But at planting, do a good job. Do you have an adhesive to make it stick? If you just dump dry powder in there and stir it around the seed, you lose some of it. Do you have the right rhizobium? The bacteria are very specific for the type of legume plant. You put a rhizobium suited for soybeans on an alfalfa plant, you don't have a very high efficiency of conversion. Same reverse. So you've got to make sure you're doing the stuff right. If you do it right, you get it right, and you've got a good environment, you can really make up a lot of yield differential.
So, Dave, if someone needed to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
David at mnsoybean.com, or you can call the Minnesota Soybean Research and Promotion Council's office, or the Minnesota Soybean Growers Association office, at 507-338-1635.
Okay. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, sir.
All right, appreciate it.